Hey Josh, if approved, the development would sit right next to Bradenton Motorsports Park as well as the Freedom Factory, both of which produce a lot of noise out here along State Road 64. One of the owners here tells me he is pushing back against the project to protect his business. This racing facility has been operating along State Road 64 for the last 50 years. Freedom Factory's owner, Cletus McFarland, claims they are two of the most successful racetracks in the country.
We're talking hundreds of thousands of people come here on an annual basis, and these cars are loud, and our track is open more than half the year.
But big changes could be on the way for the 2,300 acres to the property's west. A developer wants to build up to 4,500 homes in the area you see marked in yellow. But with the close proximity and all of the noise coming from the tracks, McFarland and others in the racing community feel it's not the right fit.
If I went to the board and said, hey, county commissioners, I want to build a racetrack next to these 4,500 homes that have been here for 50 years, they would laugh at me.
If commissioners give the developer the green light, his worry is the incompatibility and noise complaints from the new neighbors would force him to close down for good. And tomorrow morning, the public will have their chance to voice their opinions at a land use meeting, which starts at 9 a.m. The commission chair told me it is critical that they hear from all stakeholders in this, both the developer and the public, before they make a final decision. But we do expect that vote to take place sometime tomorrow. Reporting live in Manatee County, Allison Henning, 8 on your side.
Well, here's the problem with that. They showed up, they voted, and Cletus lost, even though he had support from people flying out from other states and stuff like that. It was like a 5-2 loss that they're going to push forward and go to the next meeting, hearing, or whatever above to get everything approved. Looks like he's probably going to lose. Let's just face it. The problem that you're going to have is not the fact that he's going to have to move, because I'm sure legally he can get something to protect himself, but they can always find something legally to go after him. Even though the county commissioners for each district have said that they have to do everything in their power to protect the Freedom Factory from this happening, if he doesn't legally get this stuff in writing, if he doesn't legally hold every single one of those county commissioners accountable and get some kind of paperwork put in writing legally that they cannot do anything to him, their promises mean nothing. Absolutely nothing. And this is where there should have been thousands of people that showed up. Not just 100 people or 50 people or whatever to support him. There should have been thousands of people there to support him. We have been letting the government, the EPA, legal firms, big corporations push us around and make us do things for too long. Nobody took his cries for help really all that serious. There were a handful, but in the grand scheme of things, that was nobody. Until people start coming together and making a bigger scene and using a bigger voice to say, you cannot take away what we have rights to. We're not hurting anybody. We're not doing anything. We're legally, law-abiding, having fun, exercising our rights to perform activities in a controlled environment in motorsports. And that's our right to do that. You can't take that away from us. This man literally fills up hotels, restaurants, businesses every time he has an event in Manatee County. Him alone brings more business to that area than most businesses combined. And they still don't want to listen to him. They still want to push back. He took a non-functioning racetrack, dumped thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars back into it, brought it back to life, brought the community back together, brought people in from all over the world to be there at that racetrack. And then they want to move in and do this. At some point, people are going to have to stand up and say no. It's not going to happen. If thousands of people have to show up there to block the road to stop something from happening, Maybe that's what has to be done. Maybe cut it in half. Maybe not have it so close. Who knows? Maybe there's some other kind of compromise there. Or maybe he gets the legal paperwork saying that nobody can do a single thing to him, even though that's there. I don't know what the answer is. There's no easy, simple answer. But this sucks. Because I've watched this happen. I've watched this guy go from, or take this place from nothing and make it into one of the coolest racetracks, one of the most successful racetracks. I think it was the top 2 or top 3 most successful racetrack of all time, or current. And now I want to run the risk of possibly taking it away. People need to start being tough and pushing back and saying, no, this is just not going to happen. We won't allow it. You can pass this all you want, but you're going to have to drag us off that field before them homes are built. And it can't just be 1,000. It has to be thousands and thousands and thousands of people. But will people come together to do that? Probably not. It's probably still going to happen no matter what. 90% chance, complete loss across the board. And a few years from now, probably be shut down. Because of the noise, the inconvenience to the people that are around there, the traffic coming and going all the time. Bad news for him. He bought it fair and square. He rehabbed it. He's doing his thing. And now they want to take it away. No, there's a lot of screwy stuff going on lately, you know. A lot of screwy stuff. And you got the whole Elon Musk with buying General Motors fiasco. You try to figure out what is going on with that. Is he buying GM because he wants to produce more Teslas? Because he has bought non-functioning GM plants before? Is he buying GM so he has that accessibility to the engineers, the development and stuff there as well? Because Tesla is doing so well compared to GM that he wants to convert a lot of the electric stuff from the GM stuff and make Tesla stuff. My old lady kissed me right there. That's what that's all about. Sorry. I didn't get punched. She was trying out some lipstick and she said, let me kiss you. Anyway, what's this whole thing going on, man? Buys Twitter. And then he says something on Twitter about, would you like to see me step down as the lead of Twitter here recently? And 54.3% of people said yes. And like 45.6 or something like that said no. So his next tweet after that was, well, be careful what you ask for, because when it comes true, it could be really bad. And then Uncle Don comes in, Orange Man bad, and takes over the show and really teaches them a lesson. There's a lot of screwy stuff going on for Twitter and then GM, and the next thing you know, it's going to be Chrysler and Ford. Big push for electric. A big push for one man to take over everything, and it's pretty scary when you think about everything. Taking away people's freedoms, converting everything to electric, push, this mass push, buying up companies and stuff like that, taking control over social media. In a lot of areas, making it better with the freedom of speech and the release of information and stuff like that. And then you got to try to figure out what's the agenda here. Is it just because I can? Wasn't it like Bezos? Bezos used to be like the #1 richest man in the world, and now all these places are saying there's other guys that are now ahead of him. Elon Musk being #1, and then another guy being like $1 billion or $2 billion behind him in net worth, or however the hell they gear that. It's kind of wild with everything that's going on in the world right now. It starts to make you think if whether or not you should be following what you've always wanted to do in life. If you're working for somebody else and you have the ability to have your own business and run things yourself, and you've never taken that chance, well, is now the time to do it? with these big companies and corporations controlling everything and trying to skew how everything goes, law firms and construction firms and big corporate offices controlling everything. It's worse now than it ever has been. But it also seems like it's easier now for people to make those moves in place. GM's been doing terrible. Elon Musk comes in and says, since I've bought some of your retired facilities before that are now my production facilities, why don't I just go ahead and buy GM and leave my stamp here, come in and thin the herd some, put all my people in place and get my stuff up and rolling here. Seems like an odd time to live in right now. It really does. Seems like if you're not looking out for yourself and doing your own thing with your own people, you're wrong. It's really weird times. But I don't know. I wanted to talk a little bit about the Freedom Factory and then this whole fiasco with Musk and social media and him buying up GM and number one shareholder of this and that and everything else. And then you look at all these other companies that they're affiliated with, like Vanguard and BlackRock or whatever they are. It's just a nightmare. It is a nightmare. You almost have to start to question whether or not you're even living in a reality. It's just all a dream or what. I don't know. Maybe Musk wants to use GM to fix some of the issues that he doesn't have the ability to fix right now with his own. And what better way to just buy the company and have the engineers and the team there fix everything than do the stuff himself, you know? Now just buy them out. Now you got multiple teams of engineers and designers and stuff like that working for Musk. Man's then eventually he ends up owning total American manufacturing. Good or bad, I don't know. Scary times though. What do you guys think? What do you guys think about all this? The Freedom Factory, them trying to move in on Cletus and what Cletus is going through. Think about him right now with all the money and time and investment he just dropped into all this to bring that place back, and now all of a sudden he almost feels like they're going to end up taking this away from him. What do you think about Musk buying up Twitter and just releasing and all this information and documentation and stuff that he's been sharing, slowly leaking stuff out to the public, and kind of playing around with social media, getting into their feelings and stuff like that, What was it, a couple weeks ago or something, he was joking around and he said, well, I own Twitter now. It almost seemed like he wanted to say, I'm kind of getting bored with it, even though he didn't say that. I've already checked that part off. Maybe I'll just sell it to Donald Trump and I've already achieved that task. Maybe I'll just sell it to Donald Trump now for like $1. Elon has a habit of joking around about things and then making it come true. And he's joked around about GM and cut at GM for years, talking about how trashy of a company they are here and there and stuff like that. And then, back in like 2018, he started hinting around and joking about buying up their retired production facilities and then turned around and did it. And now this money he's dumping into GM and how he wants the owner of GM and then now he's joking around on Twitter and he's like, would you guys want me to step down as lead of Twitter? 54.3% of people say yes, and his next tweet after that is, you should be careful what you ask for and what you want, because it may come true. And then you think back to what he was just joking around about and how he statistically jokes around about things and then makes it come true. Well, maybe I'll just sell Twitter to Donald Trump. Maybe Uncle Don should be the new owner of Twitter. Oh God. You think it's bad now? You guys on Twitter or whatever that don't like him or whatever, I'm not judging you guys. I'm just saying in general, this is just general open talk. You think it's bad now? Oh shit. You're fucked. open some discussion tonight about some of the topics that are kind of going on that have been affecting some of the automotive community and social media in general. And just kind of close out the week. Start Monday off back at work. My knee is absolutely screwed. But they want me to go back to work. They said there's nothing else they're going to do for me. They want me to go back to work. They want to give me some injection and physical therapy here coming up. But this son of a gun is tighter than a brick right now. It's all aggravated. So you need total knee replacement. Go back to work. Okay, that's fine. I'm going to go back to work. I'm going to work as much as I comfortably can. And once I've had enough and I'm not dealing with it no more, I'll pack my stuff up and leave and go do my own thing at my own pace. Maybe workman's comp lawyer at it. I don't know. Anyhow, y'all have a great night. Be blessed. Let me know what you think. A lot of crazy stuff to talk about. There's probably a lot of sensitive people going to watch this video and dump a bunch of crybaby shit in the comment section. But maybe that's what we need. Y'all have a good night. Happy holidays to you.